So, do you guys remember these three? If not, these were the three that did Operation Gatecrasher so many days ago. And, well, I say three because Larry is supposed to be here, but he died during the raid on the Assassin's Temple. So that's why he can't be here today. But these three did they took part in Operation Gatecrasher. These were the original three that started the resistance for the War of the Chosen campaign. And you can see them all grown up. Well, not exactly fully grown up, because Teresa did not reach max rank. But these three carried the resistance forward. And what I have planned for this video, at least, is I'm going to do an overview of all of the classes. Because I never did something like this for the original classes. And of course I'm going to go over the hero classes as well, and the sparks and all that stuff. But I never did something like this for the vanilla classes, and I want to. So this whole video was going to be like a class overview, what I think about each of the classes, and just pretty much me setting up Operation Leviathan. If you don't want to see this, then this is why it's a single video, and you can just skip it. But if you want to, you can join me as we go through all of the classes in this order. Yeah, in this order. So, you know, Grenadiers, Psyops, Reaper, Ranger, Reaper, all that stuff. This is the order that we will do this in. So, I'll display everybody of that class, and then I'll explain everything, and pretty much move on from there. I got this idea from Duraba's recent Long War II run, where he went over all of the classes for Long War II. And I thought, you know what, that might actually be a fun thing to do. And of course, you guys can express your opinions in the comments below of what you guys think. And there will be a lot of cuts in this video, because it'll just be me pausing the recording, setting everybody up, and then going from there. So, yeah, let's get this started then, starting with Grenadiers coming up. Alright, so starting us off is our Grenadiers. A total of 5 Grenadiers saw action in this campaign. One of them is currently on a covert action with his partner, so there you go. But total of 5 Grenadiers saw action, me being the main one and all that stuff. Black Tide here had the short end of the stick and was captured for half of it, but regardless, these are our Grenadiers, and honestly, I have mixed feelings about the vanilla Grenadier. Because in something like Long War II, the Grenadier and the Gunner skill trees are split. Like if I go to Meme here and I go to Soldier Abilities, we have the Heavy Gunner and the Demo Expert. The Demo Expert and the Heavy Gunner are separated in Long War II to the Heavy Gunner and the Grenadier classes. To be honest, I like that a bit more than the current vanilla Grenadiers, because it's so hard to find a balanced mix between gunning and blowing stuff up without bringing multiple Grenadiers on a single mission. And that normally doesn't always happen, especially when you're playing vanilla and you're restricted to 6 soldiers maximum, or even 4 in the beginning of the game. But you may have noticed this, but I have a special way I handle Grenadiers in vanilla XCOM. You see T-Rex here with the war suit, powered weapon, 2-plane Grenadiers, and then you have Meme here with a EMP bomb, frost bomb, blue screen rounds. Like, okay, let's just focus on these two for now. The T-Rex in all of this, like, looks like she's outfitted for freaking combat, and Meme's sitting here kind of looking around acting dumb. But the way I handle Grenadiers in vanilla XCOM 2 is I have offensive Grenadiers and defensive Grenadiers, or support and offensive Grenadiers, if you want to put it like that. Kind of like in Long War 2, where the two the ability, the skill trees for the Grenadier class. You have support and demo, or whatever the hell it's called. I kind of do that here in vanilla XCOM 2, with T-Rex here being an example of a offensive Grenadier. She has a warsuit with some sort of powered weapon, and she only carries 2 or 3 normal grenades, because I'm pretty sure she has heavy ordnance. And she's the one. An offensive Grenadier would be the one for hitting multiple enemies at once, sort of destroying cover, dealing heavy explosive damage, what a offensive Grenadier would normally be like. And then we have Meme over here. His loadout is no warsuit, so we can have a utility item available for blue screen rounds, an EMP bomb, frost bomb, or a flashbang, depending on what I'm feeling, but it's normally a frost bomb. And I normally only bring 1 frost bomb, so I don't have the super cheese of having 2 frost bombs on a single mission. But on defensive Grenadier is more of the gunner, dealing lots of damage to individual targets, chain shot, blue screen rounds for sectopods, gatekeepers, specters, codexes, anything that's can be hit by blue screen rounds. EMP bomb, obviously, for the same thing, and the frost bomb for when we are really freaking desperate, or a flashbang for when there's just a lot of enemies on the field and we can't kill them all. Toss a flashbang, they're all disorientated, they can't do shit. Unless they're robots, then they can still do shit. But, honestly, that being said, that's kind of how I feel about Grenadiers. You know, like I said, I do like how Long War 2 handles it a little bit better, but I have my own system for War or Vanilla XCOM 2, and in terms of the abilities, you're not max rank, you are. To be honest, I really wish Saturation Fire was a guaranteed hit, because being able to miss with that is really annoying. Especially if you're trying to use it for like an ambush or something. That's why I always take Rupture, because Rupture can miss, but it does a hell of a lot of damage. You hit like a truck when you actually hit. And in terms of other the abilities, they're all solid, you know. I wish more classes had access to Shredder, but with the Chosen's new training thing, every class has an opportunity to get Shredder, you know, Suppression. I don't really use Suppression a lot, but then again, I really wish Demolition was a guaranteed hit. I mean, sure, Saturation Fire is kind of iffy, but Demolition should really be a guaranteed hit, like in Long War 2. Come on, Fire Axes. Why you gotta be frickin' making me flip a coin to see if I can destroy enemies' cover? Like, goddamn. But at the same time, in Long War 2, grenades don't always destroy cover. They barely destroy cover. So I guess having Demolition as a guaranteed hit in Long War 2 makes sense. But honestly, that's really all I have to say about Grenadiers. It's a love-hate relationship, really. And the next class is coming up is Psyoperative. Fun. So let's gonna set that up, and we'll talk about Psyops for like 10 minutes. Cool? Cool. Alright, so a total of 3 Psyops were trained up. Sydney, I guess, doesn't really count, because, let's be honest, I just trained her up so the frickin' Psy Lab wouldn't be idle. But 2 Psyops saw action. Sydney, I'm sorry, you don't count. But Psyops, honestly, what can I say? They're Psyops. They're fun. They're powerful. They're really nice to use. But, I mean, not really much, like I said, not really much to say about Psyops. I mean, their abilities are cool, as we know. Wrong button, Jet. There you go. So, in terms of the tech path, tech skill tree, I mean, they're all good. As you can tell, I don't really have a lot to say about Psyops, but honestly, I do like how Long War II handles Psyops, where you don't just throw them in the Psylab for like a month and then they're these all-powerful freaking super soldiers with all the abilities available. And I like how Long War II does it, where you train up a Psyop, they get like 2 or 3 abilities to start with, then you actually have to give them combat experience, get them kills, level them up like any normal soldier, and then after they're leveled up, you throw them into the side tube again, and then that goes on. I feel like just throwing a soldier in the Psylab for a month and then just coming out with this super OP of super soldier is a little bit overpowered for my taste. There's not enough control. There's not enough discipline in that regard, I guess you could say. Honestly, Psyops, very fun class. They're not my favorite, but they're fun to use. I will probably definitely have one on Operation Leviathan. But, yeah, that being said, moving on to Rangers. Next, so let me set that up, and we'll talk about Rangers. So, give me just a second. Seems kind of empty in this room right now. But, a total of 2, 3, 4... I think there was about 4 Rangers in this campaign, but only 2 of them saw it to the very end. Larry was a Ranger, but he died, like I said, during the Assassin Stronghold mission. May God rest his soul. And now we have Christian Taylor standing here, the one Ranger to kick it through till the end. But Rangers, if you guys haven't noticed, are my favorite class in the entire vanilla XCOM 2 universe. They are freaking awesome. Oh my god, they do so much damage. Like, as soon as you get untouchable, rapid fire, running gun, you are golden. This is a unstoppable killing machine right now, especially with the Rage Suit. Freaking new chosen weapons. Oh my god. This chosen shotgun is fucking amazing. The amount of times I crit with this thing is, oh my god. But I say unstoppable killing machine, but Larry kind of died. But pretty much, I'm more of a assault ranger. I am all about that Blade Master, running gun, untouchable, Blade Storm, Shadow Step. I am full out assault. I barely train any scouts, to be honest. I'm not really a fan of the Phantom Ranger, but I am a full Blade Master Ranger kind of guy. They are my favorite class out of the entire game. They are just so much freaking fun to use. A lot of people hated on the Rangers when the game first came out because they kept on saying the sword missed, but I had no problems with the sword, to be honest. I hit most of my sword slices, and I hit all of my sword slices now because of the katana. But, oh my gosh, Rangers are so amazing in vanilla XCOM 2. We are definitely bringing a Ranger. We are definitely bringing Christian. We are definitely bringing Christian Taylor, Shadow on Operation Leviathan. That his spot is guaranteed. But yeah, I raise Rangers on a goddamn pedestal, and I'm proud of it. Let me go set up the next class, which will be Reapers, our first hero class. Nice. Alright, so a total of 2 Reapers were recruited on this campaign, and something I want to say about the hero classes, I really wish you could recruit more heroes from any faction, regardless of your starting faction. I actually have a mod called Recruit Hero Faction Hero Classes from all just so as you saw in the previous few videos, like the last about 5 videos of this playthrough, I got a second Templar, and that's from the mod, because if you play Lost and Abandoned, you always start with a Reaper, which means you can only ever recruit a second Reaper. Now, don't get me wrong, these guys are cool, but I prefer Skirmishers. But we'll get to that. Right now, we're talking about the Reapers, the shadowy experts of the night. Reapers are really cool. I mean, if you guys watched any of my previous playthroughs, you'll know I'm not really one for stealth in this game. But honestly, having one tile of, one tile of radius, detection radius on all enemies, regardless of what it is, minus network towers, that's pretty cool. Also with Silent Killer, being able to kill an enemy and not get revealed, that's also cool. I mean, don't get me wrong, Reapers are awesome assassins, but I just prefer Skirmishers. And like I said, I wish I could recruit more Skirmishers without having to skip Lost and Abandoned for my first playthrough. Obviously, in future playthroughs, we can skip Lost and Abandoned, so we get a random hero at the start of the game. But we'll see if I ever do get to a second War of the Chosen playthrough, because I'm not going to do another War of the Chosen playthrough for my next playthrough. I'll get to that later. But Reapers, really cool, really nice assassins, really nice scouts, because that's mainly what I use them for, to finish off enemies who are at low health and to scout. I really should have brought one on the network tower, but I'm dumb, so don't mind me. But that's really all I gotta say about Reapers, the first hero class. So, I mean, we may bring one on Operation Leviathan. We may. That depends. The next class is the Spark. Giant stompy robots. Fun. Alright, so a total of 2 slightly wounded sparking sparks, no pun intended, were created during the course of this campaign. Mainly Spark 001 was the first, but after Spark 002 was created, he had Julian's voice back. And I fucking love Julian. He's such an amazing character. Fucking love him. But, Sparks, I actually do like Sparks, even in vanilla, even in, like, non-War of the Chosen vanilla, because Sparks did get a buff, get a pretty substantial buff in War of the Chosen. I mean, their frickin' guns can have, like, attachments on them now. Who doesn't love that? Their guns can finally have attachments. I never did get extended mags for them. Actually, is this an extended mag? It is. You know, you slap an extended mag, slap a scope on these guys, and they're good to go. They never really did get very far in their what do you call it, in their skill trees. Because I kind of find them hard to level up. Like, I really do like using Sparks. They're really fun. They're probably my second favorite thing in the entire game. Even in base non-War of the Chosen vanilla. But, they're just really hard to level up, I fear. But, because both of them are wounded, we might bring Julian the Spark on the final mission, but don't be surprised if we have no Sparks on the final mission. But I just wish that they could be leveled up faster, and maybe they could get a little bit more tanky, because 15 HP and they don't take cover, that's pretty easy to chew through. Like, no matter what enemy it is. It could be a bunch of priests, and they could just, like, gun it down because it doesn't take cover. And well, you know, Sparks are awesome, big stompy robots, Xcom mechs, pretty much. And yeah, I mean, we may or may not have one of these sparking things on the mission. I don't think I'd trust them in the Sky Ranger with how they're sparking right now. But, we'll see. Cross that road when we get there. Next class, which is Sharpshooters. Fun. Alright, a total of 3 or 4 Sharpshooters saw action this campaign. One of them died during the mission that shall not be named, where I lost 2 soldiers trying to rescue Black Tide. Bitch better be happy. But total of 3 sharpshooters saw it to the end of the game. We could learn to talk, but you are not important right now. Sophia and Teresa were the 2 main sharpshooters that saw action in this campaign. I think Hype may have saw 1 or 2 missions, but not enough to really be concluded, or to really be included. No offense. But, sharpshooters, I have a love-hate relationship with them, kind of like the Grenadiers, but at least the Grenadiers I found a system too. Sharpshooters, I don't know. I don't know what it is about sharpshooters, but I just don't find them as powerful as they are. Because I'm not a very huge sit-in-the-back kind of guy. I like having my soldiers stomp through the map and murder everything, and not have a sharpshooter sitting in the back taking pot shots where she can. Although, this freaking Dark Lance is amazing. Being able to move and shoot at the same... move and shoot without having snapshot from Long War II, that's awesome. But we will probably be having a sharpshooter in the final mission with us, probably Sophia with her bondmate Jax. But, I mean, they can be powerful, especially if you have one with high aim and scenario, whatever. And they can definitely prove their worth, but they just don't fit my playstyle, really. Oh well. Next class, which is... skirmishers. Lovely. Alright, so only a single skirmisher saw action. But, I mean, we were only allowed 1 skirmisher, because like I said, when I reviewed the Reapers, god damn it, not allowed to recruit more hero factions without mods. And anyway, I really like the skirmishers. The skirmishers are my favorite hero class out of all the 3, because just having access to an early level grappling hook and pretty much having a infantry from Long War II being able to fire twice in a single turn, and that freaking early game grapple hook is just awesome. Also, I like skirmishers because of their backstory. I like the idea of ex-Advent people. Because if you guys don't know, I am a huge sucker for Advent. I love Advent. Yes, they're the bad guys, but they're freaking awesome. I love Advent, especially skirmishers. Skirmishers are freaking awesome. But I like their backstory. I like how they, got their biochips removed and they came to an understanding that they were created for wrong purposes and they want to set it right. And I just love their backstory. I love their equipment. The Ripjack's cool. Bullpup it's a bullpup. I mean, nothing fancy about that, really. But the Ripjack is cool. Their salvaged armor is cool as well. They are just awesome. They are my favorite hero classes whatsoever, and that's why I had myself bonded with them. That's why I had myself bonded with Mox, is because I love skirmishers. That being said, nothing much. Well, okay, there is one thing I have to say. What the hell is up with Battlelord and Intercept? I mean, sure, you can turn yourself into an alien ruler, but only for a single turn. And it's... Yeah, it's iffy, but... regardless... Also, another thing. Whiplash. Only has one charge per mission, but it can miss. Why? Why, game? Why? Like, seriously. Reckoning, yep. That's pretty much all I gotta say about skirmishers. And before I change my mind and think of something else, let's just move on to the next class. Oh, Specialist! Oh, I'm gonna have fun doing this. Oh, prepare for some salt. A total of 3 specialists saw action this campaign. And, specialists, to me, are medics. I always go the medic tree. At least in non-War of the Chosen Xcom. In War of the Chosen Xcom, you can have access to gain any ability you want from any skill tree. So... that's why all of my specialists got both medical and haywire protocols. Because most of the time I need a specialist on the team. If I don't have a specialist on the team for a mission, I get really, really worried. And and every time a soldier gets wounded, I get scared. Because it's like, oh my god, he's wounded, I don't have a medic, what the hell, he may die, I don't want him to die, oh my god, and I just become really protective of my wounded soldiers when I don't have a medical specialist on the team. And that's why I always go down the medical train. Also, a couple other things to note, I always get medical protocol, I always get field medic for some reason, always get upper vigilant, always get threat assessment. But because, well, the Chosen lets me get any kind of ability I want, that's why I got Combat Protocol, Haywire Protocol, and that's about it. I was expecting there to be more abilities here, but there isn't. But, yeah, honestly, it's also, oh my god, here's where the salt comes in. Haywire Protocol. Haywire Protocol. Why is controlling enemy robots temporary? We got a permanent mind control, why can't we have a permanent hack? I feel Haywire Protocol is not worth controlling anything, because you only have it for about 5 turns, and especially if you get the Holy Grail Sectopod shit, then it only lasts 5 turns. It doesn't feel worth it. It should be permanent, like Domination. I mean, in Long War 2, there's an ability called Full Overdrive, but that's Long War 2. This is base game. This is vanilla. I really wish Haywire Protocol was permanent. Oh my god, I can't express it enough. It's not worth the risk because hacking is so unpredictable and unreliable. You just never know. It's all up to RNG. Your hacking score has a little change. It adds little effect. And oh my god, other than that, specialists are pretty cool. I mean, being able to shut down robots is pretty amazing. We'll probably have a specialist on the mission. On Leviathan, if not 2. But I am limited to 6, so we gotta make it count. But other than that, one final class to go through, and it's the Templars. Alright, a total of 2 Templars were recruited, and a total of 2 saw action, because, like I said when I talked about the Reapers, but wow, Templars, man. Templars are fucking cool. I mean, look at this. Being able to summon a ghost, freaking melee, being able to, like, swap places with friendlies and enemies, being able to arc wave stuff. This class is definitely something, but to me, it's hard to get used to a melee-focused class. Yes, they have the beam pistol, or the auto pistol, but come on! You want to use all the fancy abilities they got. You want to go swinging swords all over the place. But it's really hard to get used to a melee-only class. At least when you get parry, you can kind of be a little bit more reckless. But if you activate another pod when trying to rend the last enemy in the current pod you're fighting, more power to you. I mean, I hope I can do one of each hero class, but I don't see that happening. I gotta, like, have the balance of all the normal classes and all the hero classes, and I want to have bond mates in there so we can have teamwork charges, and honestly, these guys are freaking cool. I just wish they had more, like, attitude options. I just wish they, like, had more animation so they can have, like, an intense animation or, like, a hard luck animation or something like that. Also, these purple veins, this is an awesome detail. Also on the Warlock too, but the Warlock's dead. These purple veins are also pretty cool. How they literally have psionic energy flowing in their veins. It's literally in their blood. And it's said that these Templars were from the original invasion, who were the psionic Xcom soldiers, or the gifted Xcom soldiers who survived the original invasion. I mean, I don't know why you're so young, because that was indeed 20 years ago. And I mean, you don't look a day over 21, Jessica. You don't look a day over 21, but honestly, that is, they are awesome. They are a very cool and fun class to play, especially when you invert with an enemy. That's it. Oh, hey, nice cover you're using. Mind if I borrow that? Then all of a sudden they're in the middle of all your soldiers and they just gun them down. But anyway, that concludes my class overview for the hero classes and base game classes. Thank you all for watching this video if you made it this far. Next, I will set up Operation Leviathan and then we will wrap this playthrough up. And then I can get started on setting up my second War of the Chosen run. No, not Robo, but it's not going to be War of the Chosen. My second, or my third, fourth, whatever, my next XCOM 2 playthrough. Because you damn well better believe I have a lot more playthroughs in my mind that I want to do. That being said, I'm going to set up Operation Leviathan. Like I said, if you made it, wow, I'm saying like I said a lot. Anyway, thank you for watching this video if you made it this far. Let me know your opinions in the comments below. What's your favorite hero class? What's your favorite vanilla class? What is your opinion on the Spark buff? Let me know if you want to. I'm gonna go set up Leviathan now.